Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Yes, 100%. You're not a globetard. Please do not tell me you're.
Oh, the music's gonna cut out for a second. Oh, the music's back on now. Right back. Starting soon. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Don Gamer 211 of Twitch. Welcome back to my channel. Your favorite host from the East Coast, streaming more Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker today. I am playing more Reaper. And for those that don't know what this music playing in the beginning is by, this is by XP38. You can find his music on bandcamp.com. Just so if you keep in mind, if you like, he's some pretty good jams up there. For those that haven't checked me out on Twitter already, follow me on there for live updates on my schedule, whether or not if there's any change in schedule. Lately there has been, so I haven't been able to go live necessarily at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time each and every day. There's been changes in schedule, so you want to see when those changes happen, follow me on there. Let's build a community on there as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. My past uploads go to there. Check out my Instagram for funny memes and pictures, like stuff like that. And without further delay, let's get straight into the game. Here we go. Just turn off this music here. There we go. Here's my Reaper. Yeah, I'm trying to build a. I'm trying to get to affiliate right now. I missed my first opportunity to apply for affiliate when I had more concurrent viewers at that time. Earlier on, a few months ago, where I was playing stuff like Kingdom Hearts and getting more concurrent viewers coming in. I'm trying to make it through. I'm trying to get at least 3 concurrent viewers at the very minimum, because it's the minimum requirement for the viewer count. I met every other requirement, and hope it becomes a regular thing so I can apply for affiliate and get that affiliate. One day I want to make partner, but right now I'm just focusing on affiliate because partner is even further out, and it's going to be a while before I can obtain that, so I'm not really thinking too much about partner at the moment, even as much as I want it. So right now I'm just trying to reach affiliate. So here we go. We're playing Reaper today. I have the game music playing today, so it's not the XP38's music right now, only for the intro, but just this is going to be for the rest of the stream. I have the video game music playing. So how was all your day today? Is your day going good? What's been going on in your lives? Like, let's hear it. Some positive vibes, ladies and gentlemen, some positive vibes. If there's anything negative you need to talk about, you know what? Well, let's talk. We can talk about that right after. Let's hear some positive vibes. I see some positive information, and then, you know, if there's anything you want to really open up about that's bothering you, you know, I'll listen. Can't guarantee I'll be able to help, but I'll lend an ear, and maybe we can go from there. So first off, start off with some positive news in our lives. Let's see what you guys have to say. If there's anyone watching that wants to say something. It looks like we only have one person watching, so probably not gonna get a response. If not here, then, you know, if you see this on YouTube later, you just leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Tell me how your day was, like what's going on in your lives that you're really proud of. Hey Najee, how's it going, buddy? He's here. What's going on in your life right now, Najee, today? Are you doing good? Sorry I didn't talk to you much earlier on the phone. I had just rolled out of bed and I wanted to get my breakfast and energy up before I before I start talking, really. So I just wanted to just keep it like simple. Well, thank you for checking in with me this morning and wishing me a good morning. I really appreciate it. You call regularly. You call almost every morning, man, and I appreciate your support. Thank you for giving me a call. Let's see. I'm gonna queue up for something. You actually know what? Is there? Oh yeah. Let's go to Ul'dah back for more Reaper missions. So I'm going from Ralger's Reach to Ul'dah now. The steps annulled. Use the crystal to teleport to the Ethernet. Right there. For the this blue gold is Blue Mage quest line. So Naji, what you up to today? Any plans? Normally I would stream a different game here today on Saturday, but I really wanted to play some Final Fantasy, so I'm doing this. Okay, here we go. Drusilla. Dark Days. Drusilla is awaiting word from Arnigus. Apologies, Mutas, but we're still waiting on Arnigus to come through. There's not much for you to do around here until then, unless you have a knack for cleaning. Herman is good at weeding out promising stories and whatnot, but getting to the truth of those stories is a craft as delicate as weaving. I'm sure you've seen firsthand how one bad bit of information could lead to elaborate plans coming apart at the seams. You've been good, Naji. That's good to hear. I'm glad. Boss. Calm down, lad. Breathe. What's gotten into you? It's Argus. He's been murdered. What? Tell me I heard that wrong. I'm afraid not. The brass blades found him half buried in the sands not bells ago, just lying there like some bloody animal carcass. They're bringing him to Aaron's burial chamber as we speak. Well, that's some serious shit just happened. Whoever did this doesn't know the reckoning they've got coming. Before I'm done with them, they'll be begging to crawl back into their mother's womb. I want justice as much as you, Herman. I do, but it's time like these we need to look to the boss for guidance. As you can see, Emilius, emotions are running high. I should stay here until Herman cools off. Can you let the boss know we're standing by and waiting for her command? Like as it not, she's gone to pay her respects. Turn off my Wi-Fi. Only more notifications popping on my phone right now. Okay. Wait. Oh, duh. I don't need to do that. Let's go this crystal over here. Go here. Sorry, man. I ain't in a mood for chit chat. Where's the bloody keeper? My lady printed, the dead must be left to rest. The dead going to have one more among them if you don't shut your trap and listen. The brass blades brought in a body not long ago. Show it to me. Ah, yes, they did. But are you deceased family? If not, I'm afraid we cannot. Family. Arnis was like a son to me. Like a son, ordinary that would be him. He is interned in the innermost coffin. However, I must advise you not gaze upon the body. Mata, if she insists, then so be it. God damn it, Arnis, I told you not to go and get yourself. Don't, Amelis, this isn't for you. Sorry for barging in here. For all the bluster. You can forgive my rudeness. Promise me that Arnis gets sent off well, proper. Of course, he shall be. However, if you wish to inter him within the city gates, well, such sought after phase comes at a small expense. I don't care what it costs. Just send your men to Amaris headquarters to collect what they are required. Miss, I appreciate coming to find me, but there's someone else I have to speak with first. I'm heading to Stone's Throw. Come along if you please, but come along in silence. Get my face showing. There we go. My beautiful, beautiful face. Blackbrush Station, that's where we go. This is where Anger's dear wife earns her living, but let's get this over with. Armis never forgot the debt he owed you, that we both owed you. Even so, his loyalty ran even deeper than that. It's a strange thing to look back on the people we were a decade younger and a lifetime more foolish. Young lovers, proud patriots, but blissfully ignorant, returning to Locus Amoris, the cradle of our people. A triumphant homecoming for the Garleans after centuries in exile. The once mighty invaders had been laid low and driven back whence they came, and it was a banner day when Arnis was honored post there. The honor and pride quickly faded when we saw the truth of Locus Amoris. We didn't just We hadn't just defeated our enemies, we had clapped them in irons and condemned them to a life of servitude. Descendants of those who'd driven our ancestors north so many generations ago made pay the crimes of their forebears. His superiors were certainly pleased with the poetry of it all. Agnes, however, could not simply look away from their suffering, let alone take pleasure in it. Confronted with the reality of the place we would call home, his conscience demanded he take action. He began cooperating with the resistance, but the eyes of the Prometarium are all-seeing. For long he was ousted as a sympathizer. It was only by the grace of good fortune that we escaped with our lives. I'd often laid awake at night wondering if he had outlived his usefulness to the resistance, or perhaps it was pretty petty senior officer who that orchestrated our fall. Regardless of the cause, the outcome was the same. We could never return to the Empire. We fled to Eorzea by the way of Razathan, the only route open to us. Wasn't soon after stepping foot on the docks of Lincolnminster that your luck ran out. As I recall, stopped by Yellowjacks and accused of being Imperial spies. Aye, but we still managed to make an escape. We ran and ran, terrified that our pursuers would only one day catch up to us. That is until we met you. Had you not taken us under your wing when you did, I shudder to imagine our fate. Your gratitude is the last thing I deserve, less if I hadn't sent Iron off on my fool's errand, he'd still be alive. It was Orcus that killed him, and no mistake, he died for my vengeance. I can't tell you how sorry I am. No, you needn't apologize. I know he was happy so long as he was helping you. He was happy. The blame for his death doesn't rest on your shoulder. It rests on the monster that murdered him in cold blood. And I expect you to see he answers for his crimes for me, Argus. I will, lass. I will. On this, I swear everything that I have to swear. We need to talk, Amelia, somewhere with fewer prying eyes. Come meet me at the bridge to the north. That was sad. I'm doing another roulette. I don't want that one right now. Please be a good one. Fine, decent one. This one got back in Rome Reborn for being subscribed a certain amount of days. All mounts fly now. I owe you an apology, Miles, for not telling you everything about me and Arcus from the start. I dragged you into a fight against a foe that's cunning, brutal, and utterly merciless. I thought with all of us together we'd tip the scales in our favor. But I was wrong, and Arnis paid the price for my hubris. That void scent we tracked in the Black Shroud was likely one of Orcus's minions, but I was too caught up in my grand scheme to realize it at the time. I should have thought about why it tried to hide that body. Your common void scent wouldn't have the gully to bury a kill, but what if Orcus taught it that as a way to throw trackers off its scent and dangle bait for me and mine? Orcus had used the same trick in the past, and he knows that we know it too. But dispatching his minion, we drew his attention. Arnis was a warning. Orcus doesn't give his prey swift death. He toys with them, cuts into them, and savors the screams. That's how I know he was responsible. It's like a signature. The way he leaves the bodies when he had his fill. I only pray Arnis doesn't take that suffering with him to the next life. Oh, damn. Orcus will be coming for you or me next. Not right away, though. That'd be giving up the game. He wants us to keep looking over our shoulders, sleeping with one eye open. He'll wear us down without even lifting a finger. And when he finally strikes, we'll be dead on our feet. Playthings for him to do with as he pleases. That won't do. We need to bring the fight to him. No more waiting around for the lead to come to us. It won't be easy, but can I still count on your help? Come this far, I might as well go the rest of the way. Thank you, Emilius. And if you've got no quorum risking life and limb to fight for Argus, to fight for me, then I've been no quorum calling you a member of my family. Family, a curious word that... Oh! Really? Boy, it's him. I mean, it's Arcus. Some persistent rats were nibbling at my tail. I should have known by their stench it was you and your Drusilla. Should I call you granddaughter? Shut your mouth, Christ damned monster. Monster? Is that any way to greet your beloved children these days? Seems our one death wasn't punishment enough for you. A second should suffice for this reminder of your being. Emilius, we're eating this here and now, ending this here now. Follow my lead. I thought we might savor our reunion for a while longer, but if you insist, I shall feast upon your beating heart here and now. Die. Ah, not but drags left in the decided vessel of yours. Too long has the hide been left in the sun. But your family has been replenished with fresh blood, I see. My mind, what a boundless soul this one has. Your scythe may be dull, but your eye is sharp as ever. Finding as the sun, pure and as the snow. Delectable as a boar slaughtered. Ew. I had thought to make a quick meal of you, but perhaps just this once forbearance is in order. Such a singular specimen must be given time to fatten, to fulfill its succulent potential. Would be a travesty to consume you ere you achieve perfection. Damn, this guy's creepy. He wants to eat me. Wow. When your soul is ripe with fear, swallow you with hatred. Fit to burst with despair, I shall return. For humiliation, I shall gorge. Until that time, up, we shall be growing well. Jeez. He ran. You afraid of me? First that parse these old bones, he was right in front of me. I could have ended it in one swing. For a moment, just one moment, I saw it all again. My family slaughtered lying at his feet. My life slipping away, and that wasn't enough. Doubtless you have more than a few questions. I'll answer them, I promise, but now not the time, trust me. Standing around kicking the sand won't change what's done. Let's return to the headquarters and let the wind cool our heads, that we consider our next course of action. That was trippy, dude. There we go. It was my own fault if I hadn't stood there slack-jawed. If I wasn't so damn slow, we'd be rid of this abomination once and for all. When you saw what you saw used to be my grandfather before Orcus took over. He looks green enough to be. He looks green enough to be my own grandchild now. Trick of the void, like or not. That's not. If no secret that if a void scent doesn't want to devour you, it probably wants to take possession of your flesh. But Orcus had a particular talent for it. And as you doubtless surmise, he's got an insatiable craving for ether. Killing is only a prelude to the act of gulping down our essence like a draught of ale after a day's work. He's old, I can't say exactly how old, and he's acquired a taste for the finer things. Seems your soul caught among the finest he's ever seen. Things just keep getting better for us, don't they? Wouldn't be the first time someone set their sights on my soul. He can keep his bloody fangs to himself. Is that so? Used to being a prize pig, are we? Any road. It's clear that safety is no longer something we can take for granted, not even in a crowded street. Not even in the middle of the day. Keep your eyes peeled and watch out for those terrible red eyes. I have red eyes. My character. I'm a Kode. We're sitting chocobos for the moment, but I'll think of something and send for you as soon as I can. Until then, never sleep far from your scythe. I got up 3 levels. What's the 1? If the boss says your family, then your family. Let's put Put that bastard in the dirt. Okay. Let's queue up for something. Actually, let's go to my... Can I... Maybe I should go to my, I think I have some items here. Okay, knock this one. Gotta find a good one. So items in your inventory in the market. Let's see what's here. Twelve of them. So, no, let's save that one. From that one, let's sell that item right there. That. Made from alchemy retreat from Namaste, live ingredient bundle appropriately brings sense to mission quality to most troubled souls. Let's see what this is for. That's for the is for 30. Yeah, sell that much. Let's see, wild banana shoot. Oh, that's for those are seeds that then grow into a from that. Lavender seeds. Sell that in the market. Zeldin has. I got a lot of money in storage, like 7 mil actually. Let's go into roulette. Got that down. We've been going about 45 minutes, about, I think roughly. Yeah, 45-minute stream. Counting the countdown, of course, which is like 9 minutes. Maybe I should shorten. I gotta go into well, 9 minutes doesn't give me ample time to start, but maybe 9 minutes is too much for the viewer. Maybe I should shorten it down by 5 minutes. And let's see if there's a way to do that. I'm on the stream elements right now. They kind of adjust that right now. It's gotta be a way. I think I know how to do it too. It's easy. I just didn't really do it. Let's see if it's easy. It should be easy. Countdown. Countdown. Let's see. Minutes. Let's set that to 5. Five minutes. Count date. Count date. Date and time. Yeah, I just counted down by... Let's make it 6 minutes, actually. That's a safe bet. 6 minute. 6 minute countdown. Okay, yeah, it's let's check it right now. Make sure it's working. Start screen. Yeah, that's good, yeah. It looks good. I got it down to less minutes now. It's not gonna be 9 minute waiting time between my starts. It'll be like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Cut it down by a little bit. Share this. So waiting in queue right now, so I'm just sharing a little something around here. Oh yeah, it's its personal car. Really? Hold on, I gotta share this picture. I gotta share this picture with you guys. My sister posted this on up on social media. I'm gonna share it with you guys right now. I'm gonna share it right now. Here we go. Just kind of. On. 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 This right here. Me calming down my girlfriend after she got angry. So you freaking alligator. Okay, I hope you saw that. Let's turn back on the game screen. Sorry. Hold on, did you guys actually see that? I don't know. I couldn't tell if you guys could see that. It was just a meme, basically a guy holding an alligator. That was pretty funny. Okay, I'm gonna share that in my Discord actually. That's a funny picture. Welcome back, Najee. Welcome back. Okay. Funny. Hey Najee, welcome back. You still there? Okay. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. There might have been too much stuff in the way on the screen. So I apologize if that was too much in the way and you couldn't see what I was showing. I'm just sharing some stuff around on social media right now. While I'm waiting in queue for 16-minute wait time now? If it was Tuesday, it probably wouldn't be the case. It's probably because it's so late in the week that I'm doing this. You're reading all the drama. Okay. I'm gonna check something really quick. Pretty sure I can't do this. And checking something else right now. Then I'm gonna go out to maybe kill Meg and slay some random enemies in the open world. Anyways, I'm probably gonna queue up for something different actually. Yeesh. Prime Video. Oh yeah, that's right. It's because I bought a video movie. Subway. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make a quick phone. I gotta do something real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about waiting in here, wasting time. Alright, I'm back, guys. So sorry about the wait. I went and ordered a pizza. I ran it by my mom because I wanted to see if she wanted one too, and she wants some too. So I actually have I have more money than she does right now, so I'm gonna chip in and help. I usually do that anyway. But I wanted to get a large pizza, but I wanted her second thoughts on that, whether or not she thinks that was a good idea, because I usually get like my decision where I spend my money, but I wanted to get a second thoughts on it, kind of thinking like, well, do you think I can make either be a good idea, or is it like a waste and we just go get something somewhere else after the stream? But she was hungry. She's hungry too, and I ordered a extra cheese sausage pizza, sausage top pizza, light on the sauce because I can't handle a lot of sauce on my pizza. Like a thin layer is fine, but not like labbed on there. So light on the sauce, extra large, and extra cheese. I've seen pizza from places that really are large, or they look more like extra large. But this place the pizzas like there here are only like this wide, this much, about roughly, maybe a little bit smaller. That's for large. Medium being smaller than that, even, but it's still a good place. There was this place called Bar. I think it was called. What's it called? Bar. The Bar. It was a bar by night, but it was called Bar. And it was a place downtown where I used to live in New Haven, Connecticut, where they made like these oven cooked pizzas, but like they were good pizzas though, like real good pizzas. And I had some they weren't like a pizza place made like Giacomo's or maybe like stuff like that. This stuff was like, I don't know how to put into words. No, was it called Bar? Or was it called something? I don't know, but I think Bar was the other place. But we would get pizza there. If you live in the area, maybe you know the place I'm talking about. Like the place was maybe a little bit more pricier. I don't remember the exact price range. It's been 10 years since I moved away from there. But I really like some of the food places in New Haven, Connecticut. The one place I regret not going into, and I should have, was apparently the place of the original hamburger. And like they had a rule there, or supposedly the original hamburger. They said no ketchup because they didn't like ketchup because their burgers, they took pride in their burgers, I guess, because they're so good that you shouldn't need a topping. So no ketchup. Don't ask for ketchup for the burger, otherwise they will kick you out. But like they were like let me look up this place. Let me see, the home of the original. Guess I missed the Q. Original burger. CT. Haven. CT. Yeah, I think I know this place. I bet it's there. I bet it's still there. Yeah, I think it's. Let's see what it's called. I think it's called. Let's see. Yeah, this looks like a familiar neck of town. Yep, called Louis Lunch. That was the place. I'm pretty sure this is the place. Louis Lunch. Like they didn't put this on a regular bun. They put this on slabs of sliced bread. I've never been here. I should have gone there. If I ever go back to New Haven, Connecticut to visit, I'm going to Louis Lunch. That's what this place is called. I remember that place. I'm not sure. I think it always had. It's a tiny rustic lunch spot with claims of having invented the hamburger. Okay, in claims, which is still served on toast. Pretty sure this is the place. Yeah. But like people when they like going there sometimes. Back then I was too afraid to spend my money and go out places and spend money. I was just collecting as much money possible to kind of sustain myself, and it helped me. But the trade-off is I didn't have as much social time with some of my friends, or that I missed out on some experiences. So after I moved back home, I realized that I missed out on that. So I ended up overcompensating, going out too often and spending too much money because I missed out, which was my own fault. But that's how it affected me. And so that I had to cut that down a little bit, and I still have the problem to this very day where well, actually, it's not the same reason. Now I just like eating out, but it started with me just feeling like I had to basically go out a bunch of places and catch up on what I missed out on. I enjoyed some of it. Other reason I was going out too was also there was some stuff happening around the house that were kind of just family drama that I didn't want to be a part of, and I just stressed me out to no end, and I just was trying to escape. So there was that reason too. That happened. Who's alive? Who's not? Yeah, so all that is the reason why I kind of got in the habit of eating out, and I eat out too much. I'm getting better because I'm having to watch my money more, but still I probably eat out too much because I really like the food out at places. Like I can make my own, but like just some places, like I can't make sushi. I can't replicate that experience at home. And also, like certain like pizza, I can get the store bought sushi, but I can't replicate that experience at home. Like not something like some of these pizza places. Tacos actually at home are much better than what I can get out there though. But sometimes maybe I like how they sometimes I like getting food from Chipotle, like the burritos, the steak burritos with rice and cheese. Like I get my burritos that way. That I have to go away, but I can't replicate. I mean, I probably actually I sort of replicate it at home, but I guess I could. Maybe I should try it, but. I'm going to try. I'm going to get cook up some steaks, and I put it in a burrito with some rice and cheese and eat it. That actually sounds like a really good idea. Not going to be as professional, as well put together as theirs, though, because I can't, I'm not good at folding burritos and packing it in and twisting the bread without breaking the breading, making holes in the burrito. That's the problem. But they might be using a special kind of burrito that's pulled together better than maybe what you could buy in the store. I don't know. What else could I make at home? Any suggestions? Something good, and not just grilled cheese. Like I love grilled cheese. I like grilled cheese, but I'm looking for something more interesting than grilled cheese. Not just grilled cheese. I mean, actually, I usually make grilled cheese by heating it up in the microwave between bread. I don't even really necessarily grill the cheese. It's not really grilled cheese. I don't necessarily grill the toast the bread either. But maybe I should make grilled cheese in a pan. And that with some good cheese, you know. I use cheese slices usually, but those are not real cheese necessarily. Okay, let's queue up for something else. Try Alliance Raids. Let's try Alliance Raids. Queue up for that. Estimated wait time 5 minutes. I think what else can I make that sounds good. What else do I get out that kind of buffalo wings? Nah, I have some sauces, but I don't think I'd be able to properly replicate something like Buffalo Wild Wings. I might well, I guess I could. I guess I would have to put it in a bowl with sauce and just mix it all together and put it in the oven. But I might need like an air fryer or like a grill or something. Which way they cook it. Because I don't think it's mainly done them just putting it in an oven. I think there's more to it than that. I have to look it up. Let's see what else. Sandwiches. Roast beef turkey. What if I can get my own flatbread and just make my own sandwiches like how I get at Subway, but with fresh roast beef turkey and pepperoni. Keep in mind, I don't think I like the Subway sandwiches, but I don't think they're as fresh as they say they are. I used to get the tuna. And back in Connecticut, I used to eat the tuna on flatbread from Subway. It was affordable, but I guess there's some debate whether or not it's real tuna. They did a study, but the studies came out inconclusive. They couldn't tell because at that point, the tuna's cooked. So at that point, like even if it is tuna, most of the DNA in the tuna that you tell if it's tuna or not has been destroyed, so they can't get enough conclusive results to find out if it's real tuna or not. But people suspect it's not real tuna. Heck, I heard there was an issue a while back with a few years back where it seems like the stuff used to make the bread in Subway was the same, had similar chemical stuff they used to make gym mats. So like, what the actual hell? And apparently, I heard like in this little study that there's a lot of other food companies, like fast food companies, do this too. But it seems like Subway is one of the companies that couldn't get away with that controversy and ended up, I guess, having to change things. That's as far as I know by this video I was watching. I was explaining it. Let's go to Ilmeg. What kind of foods I like? I love sushi. I love tacos. I like certain burritos depending on how they're prepared. I love spicy wings. I like the wild sauce at Buffalo Wild Wings. I like specifically those the most. Let's see, what else do I like? I like what they call gyros, lamb gyros, right? But without the vegetables. I like it just the bread and the meat, right? And I don't like all the vegetables mixed in. I don't really go for that. I like vegetables in some of my dishes, but not in my gyros. I used to make this dish where I would take, I make it at home. I had a big pan. I think the pan now is I can't make it as big, but like I would take cauliflower, broccoli. I think broccoli if I felt like it. Carrots, cabbage, baby spinach, like fresh spinach, fresh organic stuff, collard greens, and kale, and I'd put mushrooms in there in beef, and I spiced it up with cayenne pepper and adobo seasoning, and I just cook it all together in the pan, and I would done it. It was pretty good. I should make it again actually. It's been a while. I kind of lost my patience and taste for that. Like mainly, it just takes a lot of prep work, right? So I lost my taste for it a little bit. But I gotta watch how much spice I put on it, because one time I put a little bit too much. I misgauged. I guess if okay, it wasn't a whole lot of spice, but I've noticed if I have just the meat and the spice, it's not as spicy. But for some reason, I had a lot of vegetables in it. It was spicier. I'm not sure why. Maybe the vegetables enhance the potentness of the spice. I don't know. I'm not a cooking expert. I don't know the chemistry of it. So don't quote me on that. But yeah, I would make that and I cook it in a pan. It was pretty good. Like it would all cook down, so it seemed like it was smaller. But when it was fresh, it all seemed like bigger. So it kind of, even though it was overflowing the pan, once it cooked, the vegetables would shrink and shrink down. Like I would cook it in oil too, like canola oil, olive oil, vegetable oil, depending on what I had. Vegetable oil probably be the cheapest and easiest to afford. Olive oil will be the most expensive. Like olive oil is expensive. Even in small quantities, it's like about, like a small bottle, it's like, I mean, now it's probably like $6, like $5 for like a cheap store brand. My mom likes using extra virgin olive oil for stuff. I don't use olive oil anymore because it's just too much it costs too much to buy. And I kind of put like a puddle of oil down there, like cover the entire bottom of the pan. So I use a lot of it. So I've been using too much oil. That stuff is expensive, and I use a lot of oil with my cooking, so I don't think that'd be a very wise investment of my money. It'd just be cheaper to get canola or vegetable oil. Look at me talking about food. So it looks like we're in the Void Arc. Okay. Hey, these trash mobs are so easy to trash. I probably don't even have to attack these, because these guys, these griffins, these enemies here are probably the easiest ones to take out in the beginning. Like it'd be a challenge to get killed by these things. These things are easy. I think even when the raid came out, actually not when the raid came out right away, but like shortly after the raid release, I believe it became easier to kill. It might be probably a combination between them nerfing it and people getting better gear and just getting better at the mechanics. But it wasn't long after. It wasn't long during Heaven's Ward until like these enemies became so easy to clear out. It's like everything beyond this point that gets a little harder. I mean, at this point in the expansion where we are, everything here is, even the bosses are flipping easy to get past. In Heaven's Ward, though, they were more challenging. So the first boss was challenging, and well, not that challenging, but like the fights would last longer. Is what I mean. Maybe the fights weren't that challenging, but the fights would last longer. Yeah, these guys are a joke. Got that one. I got my Reaper, my full armor set of augmented scavenger gear. Skaven gear. Yeah, let's get this guy. Got that. Yeah, he's already down to 83% health and dropping fast. Actually, I probably don't really need to zoom out necessarily for this. All this. I want to zoom out because I'm going to watch my footing anyway. It's easier to watch my surroundings that way. So this guy. When you zoom closer, he's a lot bigger looking. Yeah, when you zoom out, look, the enemies don't look as big as you think, but when you zoom in a character. So this way. Woo! Yeah, looks like that skill there. What's it called? Second wind works better on my Reaper than my Dragoon. I'll ask my friend why later. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with one of my stats, whatever it is that on Reaper. That's why it's easier. I'm gonna ask him which one it is because some of the stat names seem like some of the effect seems very similar to the point to where I can't tell them apart. I know this is something I should have figured out by now since I've been playing since the open beta, but I don't really. Some stats I got figured out more, while others I'm just like, hey, I rush in, I avoid AoEs, I do damage, I make sure the right gear on, but beyond that, like I'm just like, I don't think focus on every aspect of the game and have a keen eye for detail and all the particulars of. I'm not stupid. I just don't learn this. I just don't learn the same way others do. Like, I wouldn't sure if it's laziness or maybe it's just even when I try, it's hard to kind of grasp it, like everything about this game. So I just go with the flow, man. I just go with the flow, best I can. Even though it kind of seems like I'm swimming upstream, maybe. And sometimes it seems like I don't have both oars in the water, if you know what I mean. Kind of crazy. Especially when I'm going in blind into something most people recommend you watch a video about before you do it. Probably couldn't get the same experience at WoW, or so I'm told. Like, you gotta really... You go into like if you go into a raid, you need to be prior knowledge how to do it. If you don't, then they'll kick you out. So I'm told. At least I'm not I wouldn't be stupid enough to jump into a raid that I'm likely not prepared for. I at least know enough to know that I'm probably not ready for it. Like a lot of these, with the expansion, a lot of these fights, certain ones at least, I will like raids. I will, well, except for the recent raid, Agalia. Most of these raids, I do go in a little bit unprepared. Hold on. Someone's calling me. It's my sister. Hi, Phil, I'm home. Okay. Welcome back, Najee. Yeah, so my sister just called me. She asked me if I wanted to make go out and get sushi with her. Honestly, if I wasn't streaming and I hadn't ordered pizza already, I would have gone for it. Yeah? Who? Pizza? Pizza's here already. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go in the middle of the rain. They don't need me here. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to grab the pizza. Let's grab a quick bite and a quick swing, and I'll start to get up the battle. They're almost done with this. Sorry, that's very unprofessional of me. I don't usually do that. I had to pick up the pizza downstairs, make sure. I thought they needed me because I had to sign off on it, but apparently they brought it in already. Crash models up ahead. The motherfucker told me it'd be like 40 minutes. It arrived in like 20, or less than that even. They're quick. Sometimes they're really quick with the pizza, and it's crazy. Most of the time, it just takes 40 minutes or longer when they get here. Oh. Whoopsie. I took the wrong teleporter. I took the teleporter when I shouldn't have. You know what doesn't make sense? For the sealed area. You know what doesn't make sense? Pizzas you have to cook, but a lot of times I order a prosciutto sandwich, it's like $12, a lot cheaper. And I just get with the prosciutto meat and the bread, right? For some reason that will take sometimes an hour to get here, and I'm like, a lot of times I'm like, why does this? It doesn't require cooking. Take so much longer than a pizza to get here. Unless the issue is unless they're like, well, since you're not spending $30 with us, we're gonna make you wait an hour for your meal. Like, what the hell? I hope that's not the case, but I feel like that might be it with their place. Like, but it's crazy because like the prosciutto sandwiches are pretty good, but minus imported prosciutto from the grocery store, which is a lot better. But actually, I think it's the same kind. But it's not that expensive for like a sub this big. But $12, $13 for a sub this big. I mean, yeah, overpriced. But prosciutto is like an Italian import, so it's like, you know, more expensive. But for some reason that takes a long time. While this pizza only took like a few minutes to get here after I ordered it. Time we go. This is so easy, I don't even have to try really hard with this one because most people can handle it. I know it's kind of stupid to be carried like this, but I'm not dependent on heavily on here. So am I the only Reaper here? Well, I'm the only Reaper in here. I get hit with a debuff. Okay, I'm gonna attack it. I gotta stop wasting time. I'm sorry, guys. This is not entertaining at all. This is like really not fresh on me. Yeah, it's gonna be easy to finish off this guy. The ads are the really annoying part, though. You don't want him to eat them. Can't remember what happened. It's been such a long time since I've seen it happen. Because these ads are finished off so quickly, I don't remember the mechanic really. We gotta finish off the towers here. Gonna make him more, like hard to hit. Spitting up. Go this way on this side with my other teammates. Okay, they're over here now. Supposed to hit him from behind or the side. But the portal, that's where the ads come out. Yeah, but this one's easy. This is like one of the easiest raids in the game at this point. Actually, if anything, I think it's like easier than it's just easy, if not easier than the Labyrinth of the Ancients and Crystal Tower, Sirius Tower are. A lot of the old missions are often nerfed. I know why they do it. It just, I don't know. It'd be nice if they didn't nerf it as hard as they did. Oh, I should have stood there. Well, at least it killed me, so it's my fault. I let my guard down because of how easy it is now. Almost dead, and he's gone. Taken out. Next is the last boss. It's ugly. I mean, I can't. The way that boss looks, I can't comprehend or form or understand what she looks like exactly. I know what they look like before, like a snake and a gorgon. But at this point, I don't even know. Let's go in for the kill. Stand there. Why did they pop that then? That was a mistake. Not gonna make a difference. We should be able to pass this easy. What is her name? Echidna? Now they're splitting. I'm going up the middle. I'm going up the snake body one with the whatever it is right now. Echidna. Hey, half health. 47%. Still just under below, just under half. Woo! Sorry I'm eating the pizza in the middle of this fight like this. I don't want it to go cold because I like eating pizza when it's really hot still with extra cheese because it's really melting. It's just so delicious, and I'm worried if I wait too long it's gonna cool, and the cheese after it cools the cheese becomes more like rubbery. Unfortunately, that's the downside with pizza and cheese. Is it rubberized? I could put it in the microwave, but then it just doesn't taste as good once you reheat it up after it goes cold. Like when it's freshly made and it's hot, the food usually tastes the best. And the microwave will soften it too much, and it won't really. It tastes okay, but not as good. That's just my personal feelings on it when it comes to food, and the reason why when I order food somewhere, I finish it off right then and there. I don't like normally save it for afterward, unless it's something that I really feel like it's okay to save. Here's an example of what tastes better fresh. Chicken tenders. Like when you get chicken tenders from a restaurant, like real chicken tenders, it tastes fresh. It tastes best fresh, even without the dipping sauce or whatever sauce you get, honey mustard or something. But once it cools, and whether you eat it cold or try to heat it up again, the texture and the taste. Especially when you eat it cold, it doesn't have a taste. I got one from Cheesecake Factory, and like it didn't taste that. Oh, I couldn't stone. My bad. I couldn't like I ate it, but I didn't enjoy it, and they didn't give me dipping sauce to take home, so it wasn't an enjoyable experience. Even when you heat it up, it doesn't. The texture it just doesn't taste, or the texture doesn't taste as good. The chicken tenders is a good example that they don't taste that good after they've cooled. I mean, I think I've heated them up a couple times. It doesn't. It actually makes the experience even worse than what it is when it's cold. So that's just my personal experience with chicken tenders. Unfortunately, yours might differ, but if you don't have the dipping sauce, it's not going to be really that doable. Naomi, okay, what let's say. Combination, yep. What was like, oh, digital. Okay, we are back in Ilmeg at, let's see what place we're at, called Laran. It's called Mender Pixie. Come on, Pixie friend. Let's mend our gear. I'm full on the pizza. You know, I guess I do eat a lot when I'm streaming. The last couple streams, I just shove my mouth with chips. There's probably a lot of crunch. I can hear it in the when I played back the video later. Like, oh my god, it's embarrassing. That's why my last stream I muted it a lot when I was eating chips. Enough cream soda. I love cream soda. I gotta clean this controller here. Doesn't look dirty, but sure it's gonna become greasy and oily. I don't wanna the pizza oils. Okay, let's see what we got to queue up for now. Actually, let's see where our currency's at. Okay, we got a full set of rings that we want on here. Oh, where to get that? Let's queue up for something. No, not switch. Let's go mag. Rival. So we can get in there. Go for those two. Actually, let's go for more than that. Not just those two, but there's some boss fights. Dancing Plague. Yeah, let's do that one. Dancing Plague is hard. Cross City, Rabbinaster. Ooh, Rabbinaster. We can go in there. Lighthouse. Open Monastery. I'm not gonna be very good at this, but do up this. Join. 8-minute wait time estimated. It's estimated that can increase or drop. Usually it increases. I don't think I've ever seen it drop, but it usually increases. I mean, I can get in before that amount of wait time, but it won't show on the screen necessarily if it's dropped to 5 minutes. Actually, maybe it does. I don't know. I've never really just paid attention when it did that. I just only noticed when it grew. It's because we noticed the more frustrating things before we notice the easy things. Because those things need to stick with us longer. Naji, are you still there? Or are you gone again? I wish I had my 3 concurrent viewers. I had it before and just kind of just sputtered out. I'm gonna look up right now. Let's see if there's any new releases in July. No, well, I can't buy any in July. Let's see. New game releases in August. I think there's a couple. Let's see what they are. Saints Row, Digimon Survive, no. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, no, can't play that. Don't have a Nintendo Switch. No. Lego Lego Star Wars Saga. That's not my thing. The Lord of the Rings Golem, no. Gotham Knights, maybe, but I still have to finish the games that came before it. I finished Asylum, but that's the only one I beat. This takes place after the events of the game that came before that. Well, obviously, I can't remember what it's called. Batman, not Arkham City, Arkham Knight, I think it's called. See this 11 more. This is Pokemon Arceus. Arceus already came out. What the hell is this? Tiny Team One is already out for Hogwarts Legacy. Some of these are already out. Jeez, thanks Google. Really informative. Forbidden West has been out, I'm pretty sure. Let me check Forbidden West. Yeah, this is not. I gotta have to look somewhere else to find some August release. I have to pay a fee in August, $100 fee coming up for my internet, for my antivirus coming up in August. I may not be able to buy a game anyway. You guys have any suggestions of any good games that are coming out in August, maybe, or later this year that I could probably that you'd like to see me bring to this channel? My current platforms I'm playing on are PC, PlayStation 5. I have a PS2, but I have a lot of PS2 games I'm going to bring on other days, on other streamings. I'm going to stream at other points, but mainly probably a lot of Dot Hack to you. But if there's any PS2 games you wanted me to try out, I'll be sure to try them. Just I gotta make sure I can get a hold of it locally. Online retailers, no way I'm gonna be able to do that because they charge like $200. Like, too much robbery for a PS2 game. He's 8 minutes waiting in the queue. Okay. I don't think I'll jump on Discord with friends of mine. Not in my server, but a different one. Okay. Device. Desktop audio. Please. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump in, but I'm not gonna have their audio going to the desktop audio. I might have to actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna have their audio. Whatever. I'll just risk it. Hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Hello?
Oh my god, is that Philip DeFranco, the panty dropper?
Now I'm Philip DeFranco, the panty dropper?
What I've done.
And I don't see Philip DeFranco being a panty dropper, honestly, but hey, I don't know. Like,
I mean, he's got a kid. He's got kids, so I mean, you know.
true. True.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. Thought I'd pop in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about Blue popping in and saying Nigerian picture or some stupid kind of shit like he usually talks when he makes jokes, right? But I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll just have to.
He's at work right now, anyway.
Okay, well that works out. I don't hate him. I just stream on Twitch.
I know. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought I'd just jump in. Kind of just playing Final Fantasy and playing the Reaper quest line, and we came across a Void Scent, which, like this guy's like this Void Scent, he's possessing this guy's body, and he's talking about like how he's talking, like he's basically one that's been escaping the group of Reapers that you're traveling with, that you're doing the quest line for, right? And apparently, like he's inhabiting the body of her grandfather from like years ago. I guess when he did that, he possessed him, he slaughtered her whole family, and so she's an old lady now, and you're
God.
you're trying to track him down for vengeance for that family and all the people he's been hurt along the way, right? Like, dude, like he's talking about like absorbing your ether too, but like apparently he toys with his targets before he kills them and then leaves them like horribly mangled, like deformed, like it looks like they really suffered, right? Like he relishes on their suffering, like that kind of evil character, right? And
sounds terrible.
he wears you down and then just does it. Like he's fucking evil. He's like, and he's talking like when he's talking to you, he's looking at your soul. He's talking about like he wants to eat you, you know? Like he's fucking crazy. Like if I finally saw what he looked like, and I'm pretty sure I recognize him from a cutscene at the end of the game as part of the content that's coming up. I'm pretty sure, but he looks similar at least. He that might be because Reaper is the poster boy, one of the poster boys of the, well, not the poster boy, but one of the new classes they added in Endwalker. They're probably adding him to another alternate storyline outside the job quest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is pretty cool. Or at least I saw a character kind of look like him, except he had like a bunch of, he had like a he had like hands coming out of his back, like statue hands, you know, like kind of weird character, you know, like I don't know. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm in the Shadowbringers area. Omega, I just got my gear repaired by one of the pixies. Do these pixies, like if you play Shadowbringers, the pixies, like they seem to they're not that innocent. They're troublemakers. They're real impish. Like they ensnare anyone that comes into their territory with a spell. It basically gets them stuck in an area, and if you don't if they don't take a well enough liking to you, they'll turn you into a bush right with their magic, and you're trapped like that for eternity. Like they're like they're not like friendly wish. They're not like friend. They
What is the benefits with laptop to big monitor using? Go ahead and keep talking. I'm just reading what.
I'm sure you played games like that where the pixies are not like
a small PC monitor.
I'm sure you play games like that where the pixies like seem they bring up the air of lightheartedness, like real childlike and like the maturity level, but they're really actually quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Like they're allied with us. They're allied with us.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. They're allied with the characters at this point in the story, and they have been since the end of the game.
What is the benefits of a laptop to big monitor? The benefits of the laptop to a big monitor, dude, is in case your laptop monitor goes out, you always have a backup.
Exactly. I actually want to get a laptop. My laptop is what was it? It was an Apple, but after I guess I installed an operating system that wasn't suited for that, and it damaged the computer started moving slower and slower. And even though it recommended the update, it kind of fucked my PC, and then the one after that fucked it even more. And eventually, the computer I can't even get past the loading screen and power it on now. It just stops. It doesn't load all the way. Like it was a MacBook. It was a MacBook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom's MacBook got damaged from water when we were off the cabinet. It kind of was sitting on the floor, but I guess the floor was a little bit damp. I guess it got in there overnight and it made the computer stop working. I felt bad because that was a new computer. That was her one she'd gotten, so she got a replacement, but she doesn't like that one because she doesn't like Windows.
Yeah, why did you swap out the OS on a Mac, dude? That's
no, I didn't swap out the OS. I updated to a newer version of OS, but I guess it didn't tell. It maybe it told me if I read the description, but it didn't outright tell me that it wouldn't work. But I went from like I think of the basic operating system to the Yosemite operating system, and when I did the updated version, it slowed down my computer by like 50%. Like everything just started moving slow. Things would load slowly. It would process slow. Everything was like I was like, oh my god. Like and back then I didn't really have enough knowledge to know that that you can't just update it with new operating systems, and you gotta really look if it actually will support it. I mean, it didn't tell me it wouldn't, so I didn't really think about that, and it just.
You could have just did a redux on it, like just
I mean,
backward.
I didn't know that was even an option when I was doing it. Like it was my first laptop, and I wasn't really as knowledgeable as I am now with computers, in which I'm still like basic bitch level of knowledge on a computer, right? But at least I know more. At least I'm basic at this point. Before I was like, before I was more like, I can't say it on Twitch in a colorful way that would be appropriate for Twitch's terms of service. Let's put it that way, right? Yeah. So, yeah. That's what happened there. And yeah, it messed up my computer, and like it never worked the same after that. And there was another operating system update which it didn't tell me it couldn't. I assumed maybe it fixed the problems that was with the other one. It might have been that my computer had a whole other issue that was more, I don't know. I guess it was a long time before they released another updated software, but that didn't help my computer either, and it just didn't. Like, let's say I could power it on, but it doesn't power on really. It just, you see it loading. It takes like an hour for the bar to load now. The loading bar, just to kind of go to the desktop when after you type in the password, and then and after it fully folds up, it doesn't even go to the desktop. It just stays on the loading screen, like loading screen. I'm like, wow. Who's messaging me?
2 screens is amazing, better than 1. Yes, absolutely, I agree.
3 is better than 2.
Yeah, I was gonna put my 3rd up here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to or not, though.
I think my computer could support 3 monitors, but I don't have a 3rd. I have a TV I could hook up. It's a little small one, but I don't have anywhere to put it on this desk. I could get a wall mount, but actually no. If I would do a wall mount, I would have to ask the landlord about it because, like, I guess you could put posters up. How to explain to me, like, if you're putting like a wall mount or something like that in, that you might have to run it by the landlord. I would have to ask him. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get a wall mount because this small monitor is not even worth it, right? It's an old Dynex TV and it's a really small monitor. It's actually my first my first personal TV from a remote. First flat screen. I'm not sure. What would you call? I don't think it's called flat screen. How do I not even know this? I don't even. The kind of TVs they sell now, are those considered flat screen, or what are they technically called? I know they're called HD. Don't you know? They explain that. I know the HD.
Flat screen. I mean, I don't.
Never really thought about it yourself.
No, not really.
No, I just go on the HD flat screen, but the Dynex, right? 720. It's an old one. I don't see that brand sold anywhere anymore. But I got it for like I think it was like $50 or just under $100 or about $100 when my dad was still around, and I used it for all my games and stuff. And it was a small DKS TV, but it worked. It worked in like it was smaller than my computer's PC monitors, right? Like half that size, really small. You probably see, but like, how the hell are you working with this with games? Like, you know, but like it's almost as small as maybe about the same size as those screens inside a Tesla, maybe about, right? Like not necessarily, but actually that might be bigger than this thing. But yeah, that's it was. But anyways, after that, like I just going with this. Yeah, I could put that amount, but I don't think it'd be worth it to have that on amount. I'd have to squint just to kind of see what's up there. Right. Yeah, I think my the person that suggested the 1660 to me, which is no longer in this server, you know who I'm talking about. My graphics card said that my graphics card can only hold, and I even looked it up. It can only support up to 3 monitors. Like and about that. I think so. Yeah. Basically, that'd be my limitation, my limit on there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Where's everyone running? They're running over here. They're running over here. I had to get queued into the Orban Monastery. I played Reaper in a little bit of a harder mission right now. I haven't really fully mastered it, but I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure there's a better rotation probably available. I'll look it up, but for this class, but like right now I'm just using my basic first for skills to trigger to fill my gauge up so I can summon my void scent to do additional damage. Like,
yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you ever get back in this game. I think you said you didn't really care for too much. But like, you might actually think Reaper might be actually a pretty cool class to play. I mean, it's not like a summoner, but it summons like a temporary summons like a void sent onto the field with you, and you can use it to do damage, do additional damage. Like there's like a move that's for a single target, and then there's AOE. There's a lot of AOE moves too. Like, pretty good. I'm having fun with it.
Cool.
It can use you can equip Dragoon gear to it too. So you can wear Dragoon gear too. So if you had a Dragoon with a bunch of gear, you can hook up that old gear to it. Like cross gear share with Dragoon.
Okay.
And the classes like that all the time in this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was playing WoW recently. I was joking with my friends like, hey, how about I queue up? How about I try to go into a mythic dungeon and be like, hey guys, let's do this. At like level 12 or something. I know you probably can't queue in there at all, but like I'd say it'd be like pretty. They know they kick me, but just think it'd be pretty funny. Maybe not to the people on the party with. I don't know. Maybe if I try to leave, it's gonna ruin it for everyone else.
Still be funny.
Like I didn't know that the Leroy Jenkins video was actually staged. I found out later it was staged recently. And I like, wait, that was staged. Like, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. It was staged, but still, it was a damn good video.
So all the people there were acting that out basically.
I'm sure there was a few people in that raid group that were like, "What the fuck's going on right now?" But, yeah.
Like that got so big it spilled over into the mainstream. I didn't hear about it until later in life. I'm like, well, what the hell is this? You know. But like it's funny how they're all calculatingly planning how to do the mission. And they got, hey, yeah, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. He just runs in.
Yep.
To the current of life we succumb. Its judgment swift and final. Its bite as cold as steel.
So Najee, what's on the plan today? What are you gonna do today?
He's been jumping in and out of my chat. I think he was out somewhere on his phone, and then he came home, and then he popped in, and then he left again. Like, I think I'm pretty sure he might be making a YouTube video right now. Cause actually for a portion of the stream, he was in there for a while. Yeah, I saw the marker say 2 people, and he said hi right away. So. So I didn't know. I thought that once you reach other requirements, you would get like a request from Twitch to join affiliate, or like they would inform you that you're eligible and you can apply. But I guess you have to. I didn't realize that it's probably better to take the initiative myself once I meet all the requirements, and then hope I get accepted into affiliate.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. No wonder I didn't really.
Seven shadows cast. Seven
Please.
fates foretold. Yet at the end of the broken path lie death, and death alone.
You kind of have to like. It's like one of those things. Like, do you really want it? You know what I mean? Like, you have to really want that Twitch affiliate. That's how I feel. I don't really feel like it's worth it, honestly. Right? Like, personally, I don't think it's worth it. Like, it's not gonna help. You're not gonna. I mean,
It's not gonna increase your
like,
views, basically.
it's not doing anything for you, right? Like, I mean, I can just as easily get on a front page in a category on Twitch without being an affiliate. I've done it before quite a few times, actually, when I was doing Stardew and when I was doing Minecraft with a bunch of friends of mine.
Yeah, overall, it doesn't increase your views, and unless you got enough views, even if you get getting like 1 subscriber through affiliate is not going to give you. It's not going to give you chump change amount of what you.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of see it like, you know, if you had like a regular lot of people that tune in regularly, and like, and they're generous enough to like they have no problem giving stuff, then yeah, you're probably benefiting off of it. But
Like, that's why I was like, I mean,
I guess I can see that, yeah.
I mean, I personally, like, I could see why you would want it, right?
Well, I know one guy wanted to give me a bitch or something for want to give me money. He didn't want to use the PayPal though because he doesn't have a PayPal. But at first he went to go give me something. He tried to, I guess he tried to do a cheer or something or do something. I don't know what it was. But he's like, oh, you're not affiliate, is it? No, not yet. How'd you give me something for PayPal? It's for the sandwich you bought for yourself. He wanted to buy my sandwich basically that I ordered, and like, oh no, dude, you don't have to do that. Like, really, I don't want you. I was kind of turning him down his offer to give me money because like for a tip, because I didn't want him to feel like I was bad. I wasn't doing good. Like the only reason I said when I was streaming and I said I gotta check see how much money I have, because I wasn't saying I didn't have money. I just wanted to make sure I could budget for it, right? I said you don't have to do that, and he said no. And he's like, no, I'm good. It's fine. He said, well, if you don't want it for that, like when you get affiliate, I'll give you something for congratulations to affiliate. So I'm not doing it for the money, right? Well, I'm not wanting the affiliate just so I can get that money from him.
But like I was gonna say, like you should be doing it for something though. Like you shouldn't just be doing it just for the hell of doing it. You know what I mean?
Like okay, I want that little bit of money possibly coming in from doing affiliate, right? But I'm saying I don't want to do it now just because I want him to give me that donation, right? That's not why I'm doing it.
Right. No, I got you.
I guess I care about the views. I also care about the money, but I kind of care about the views too, right? So I'm not like in it for like one thing. I'm mindset says, well, I do it for the views and I do it because I like it. But but I think it'd be cool if I could make a little bit of money on the side with it as well. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, that's my attitude about it. Like, it's not like I'm out for one, just like out simply for the money. Now that I don't know, like you know what I mean? I don't know how to put this without it sounding like I'm just a greedy motherfucker.
You're fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh shoot! I got trapped. These guys break me out of my crystal prison, or they're gonna run around like chickens for head call. Nope, they agree with me. Okay, they know how to do this then. One time I was running here and no one knew what to do. They're just running around in circles, and half the team was cut half because they're trapped in crystals. Basically, you gotta run into this certain like thing on the screen in order to get a kind of feature on your character to where you can break the crystals with the sword magic. But you gotta get it from the pool of energy coming out of the floor, and you gotta basically while the AoE is charging, the boss do room right AoE, and the ones on the sides do AoEs too. The hit everyone, you gotta break your teammates out of the crystal. One time they didn't know what they're doing, just running around circles, and I'm like, oh my god. And I'm thinking to myself, this is exactly what happens when a community in the game doesn't want to bother to teach the newcomers anything about the fight. And also when you put in things like level skip and story skip items, which are benefits I could see for a player that's already maxed out on another server and just wants to kind of play with someone else on another server with maxed out stats, right? But the problem is you get some new players coming in that do that catch up with everyone else, to skip over everything. And then they don't know how to do the fights. And then the other thing, it seems like at first in Realm Report, people were willing to teach people the mechanics, but now at this point, people got so in the habit to say, "Oh, go watch a video on how to do it," which is smart, but like if the person hasn't seen the video yet or is aware of it, at least take the time. It's not like you're really, especially with a mission that's like like really old content. You can just say, hey, just teach, and it's not that hard. Just give a few pointers, but no one's willing to do that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I can understand if maybe really whatever's new or old, people should at least take the initiative, like especially with that mentor status, which I think the only reason people go for mentor status is because you can queue into missions quicker. You get like a better place in line. But if you're gonna wear that mentor crown, I mean, you think you should act like a mentor. It means like you also get access to like a mentor chat, I guess, or like for like new players. They kind of give them instructions, but they don't even bother. It's like the crown means nothing. It means absolutely, like what it's intended for, it absolutely means absolutely nothing.
Right.
It's shitty. I'm sure you played games like that where like people would have like a mentor status, but then they don't act like a
Yep.
they don't do what's one of the things of being a mentor, and they have that status of like, okay, they're like, you teach me something, like fuck you. They're like, no, they don't want to teach you nothing, you know.
Yep.
Like I've noticed this, and it actually was a video that kind of makes fun of the different types of Final Fantasy players. Saying, first of all, players with crowns and mentor status, these are the most useless, most inexperienced players that don't know what the hell they're doing and don't bother to teach anyone else. Right? They make up a great percentage of it. They're talking about they make up like a small percentage, and then there's I think the ones are the mid tiers that are not too serious about the game, but they know how to do the content, they do the story and the missions. They're like what I am, but we know a little below average what they know. I know some fights well than others, but just by experience. But it was a whole video that went into it like for like 20 minutes. It was kind of funny actually, some of it, because then there's the people that kind of just play. That's just, you know, they just play the story, and then once they clear with the story, they log off and they don't log back into the next second the story is. Then there was, I don't know why you would want to it seems like a waste of just only play an MMO game of subscription for just the story by itself and none of the other content. Hey, really? So like you basically spent $40. You spend like $40 or $50 on an expansion and every other expansion, and then you pay a sub on top of it just to play only the story. You know what I mean? Like, do the extra stuff, do the raids, do the 4-man dungeons. At least those, at the very least, if you're not comfortable with the raids. But come on.
Misfortune hangs heavy on a head once held high. Such is
Place,
poor
yeah.
cover for when the heavens fall.
He plays in a good area, I think. No, he plays a shitty area, actually. Why if he play
To the current of life we succumb. Its judgment swift and final. Its bite as cold as steel.
Yeah, so look at this is Thunder God. We're fighting in
To live by
Over
the
monster,
sword
he's hard.
is to die by the sword. There is time enough for regret in the
stand
flames
those
of
platforms,
hell.
stand on those platforms. What? Nope, you got it.
Honed is the blade that severs the villain's
I think you
head.
played up to Heaven's Ward, right?
Endless is the path that leads
Think-
you from
I don't remember.
Or did you not get past the base game, maybe the Realm of Warren?
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Who's there?
Yo, what up, Chris?
Not much, not much. Just chilling. Waiting for the fucking mail still.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot easier now. I'm not sure if they nerfed it. I think they might. No, I don't think they nerfed it that much. I like the older before. But
Yeah.
yeah, I know it's like it seems like they always nerf the raids, or they usually the raids in boss fights towards the of each expansion towards the end of that perspective, that specific expansion, when it's getting really close to the new expansion content, right? And then they make it easy. What they do is they make it easier. And then during cycles, as they during the next expansion, they'll may nerf it a couple more times and make it easier, because I guess they want people to catch up, not get stuck behind content,
Yeah.
which is considerate. But I feel like some things have been nerfed too heavily than others, and shouldn't have been nerfed. Like what, for instance, like it's gotten to the point to where people don't care about mechanics, right? For instance, let's see, Cirrus Tower. Cirrus Tower is part of the Crystal Tower, which is now mandatory in order if you want to get into Shadowbringers, right? You have to do the storyline there. It's connected. They made it a mandatory raid, basically. And they nerfed the hell out of it. Basically, the first boss fight, which was probably the hardest in that one, where like you do damage, you take the ice crystals, they follow you, and then they detonate around you. You turn the ice, and the people that had the fire orbs targeted, you'd lead them towards the ice, and then that would melt the fire would melt the ice. You bring it towards the frozen player, so it works like that, which still works that way, and it would make a puddle. And then when you stand in the puddle, when a certain mechanic came up, it would some fire mechanic would come up, like the AoE room-wide damage fire AoE. You stand in the puddle, it would reduce your damage because the water would kind of like absorb the fire damage, right? It would be less, it would impact you less. But there was one mechanic where you had to stand on four corners of the room evenly, where it would protect you with a shield, and you had to all stand over for the shield to be active, and it would surround the boss, and then it would protect you from a one-hit KO or room-wide AoE. They nerfed it to where that AoE does next to nothing now. It's not even about your gear. You can go into a level 50 with basic gear, basic endgame gear for level 50, and you won't even lose a fraction of your health. I'm like, what the hell? I guess I'm not sure if people complained or they just figured, you know what? Maybe they're I know they're trying to appease the casual community, but even I'm considered casual and I know how to handle that. Like, it's not hard. Like, but I didn't like how they did that. I'm like, really? Like, that's probably one of the most heavily nerfed since Realm. It's been nerfed in the Realm Reborn, so it was heavily nerfed. Like, it's practically just holding your hand at that point. What do you think when they nerf a game so a dungeon or raid part so heavily to where it's not even a fraction? It's not even close to a fraction of a challenge.
Well, I find it like when they do shit like that, like it has to depend on the game first off, right? Like it has to be understandable, and to me, it has to be within a reason. Like it can't just be fucking nerfed to hell without a fucking reason for it.
Yeah.
Usually when games do that, like I haven't really experienced too many games that did that, but I remember fucking OG Monster Hunter on PSP, right? Like there was a fucking the Rathalos. It was the fight called the King and the Queen, right? Which is the King of the Queen was nerfed because it was a hard fight. But the thing is they didn't just nerf that fight, they nerfed that species. So, like, anytime you came across a Rathian or a Rathalos, it was easy. It was just an easy fight. Even though their original patch was meant for just that fucking fight, it carried on over into the species. So, like, you were fighting against really brain-dead fucking things. So, I mean, it's like...
I get it, like the one-hit KO, like not everyone necessarily knew better, especially fresh level 50s just went into a dungeon, wouldn't know the mechanics right away, so maybe they're trying to appease to the people that are just running in there. But like, there's like you can rerun it, like a lot of times in roulette you'll get queued into it to rerun the old content.
Maple Story 2 actually died because of that. I forgot. You know what? I did experience that. No. Maple Story 2, when I played Maple Story 2, I had a lot of fun with that game. It was a really good, isometric, over-the-top, Diablo-like MMO, right? Based on the Maple Story game itself. So I was like, okay, I can get behind this. This is pretty dope. So I played the fuck out of it. Some of the bosses were really hard, but it wasn't anything not doable. Like, you could easily sit there and just farm out your shit until you got up to a high enough level to handle that some of the raid bosses yourself, right? What they decided to do was nerf all of the fucking raids in the game into the dirt, and then as soon as they did that, we all went through the content hella quick, and the game was dead because they couldn't keep up. So they indirectly killed their own fucking game by nerfing something into the ground like that. So they gotta be careful when they nerf with that shit.
Yeah, a lot of times they only nerf older content, like the Realm Reborn, like the Realm Reborn raid. probably at least the first two part of the Sears Tower probably being the most heavily nerfed. At least in my personal opinion, when I go into experience, it feels like it's the easiest out of all of them. Minus, of course, also including the Void Arc, the first phase of the Void Arc, which is like the enemies out there just nothing. It's almost just as bad, if not worse, than that other dungeon. But other than that, those are the two that seem to take the most. They seem that the enemies seem to do the least amount of damage and then go down with the least amount of hits. You know, like
Right,
yeah, which they and a lot of times any new content they nerf it. It's usually towards the end of one expansion, and I think they just want to make it easier for people to catch up. Like
Maybe.
now, as for savage content, I think that gets nerfed a little bit too, but that's like a harder upper tier, like hardcore content. Like, but I don't think it gets nerfed. My understanding is it doesn't get nerfed all that hard. And a lot of times, yeah, if you run into going to old savages with new gear and higher level, you just have the advantage mainly because of maybe your skills or your gear, maybe, right? But now if you go in unsynced, you can go in at a higher level and just basically cruising on your boosted stats, which makes it easier. So it's kind of like nerfing. It's not like nerfing it, but it just means you have a level advantage over the recommended level for that dungeon. Usually gear advantage, right? But that's not nerfing, but that's just something you could do.
Right.
If you can only do it if you've been in that dungeon, completed it before on the regular on the synced version where you can only go in with certain kind of stats, right? So it's not like I mean, of course there's some things I've gone into where all I had to do was walk in, and then I went in on synced to kind of pass it. But only certain ones work that way. Not all of them work that way. So. But yeah, I find it like some things they've nerfed so heavy. Like I feel like why did they nerf that? It was already easy enough. You don't have to make it any more easier. Like,
Right.
I think they've adjusted Sears Tower like more than 5 times. Like I'm like why though? It's easy enough to pass. Like it's part of the main storyline now. What it kind of it's a mission that's you can't progress into Shadowbringers until you pass that raid because some of it's connected to the Shadowbringers. Now they made it that way. But yeah, it's so easy that it seems like no one even knows the mechanics or cares enough. Like I've seen some players that just die. Some missions I've seen people like die really easily. They didn't. I'm like maybe I go in there and I'm overqualified, but the rest of the party are just sprouts and new players that just don't know the mechanics. So we're wiping a lot because even though it's easier, we're wiping a lot because they weren't taught or learned how to do the fight. So they can't even though it's nerfed, sometimes they can't benefit off of it to survive long enough because they don't know the mechanics and it's kind of unbalanced. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not very. I think I'm very that all. I don't think I'm. I feel like I'm talking, but like I don't know the right words to choose. So it sounds like I'm not knowing what I'm talking about.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
I remember sometimes in videos I kind of. Anyway, I'm fine. I know I'm fine, but like sometimes I'm talking in a video, I'm trying to talk about something, but I don't know how to properly communicate my point, so I end up talking in circles over and over again. I'm like, where am I going with this? Like, I know I'm trying to make a point, but then I start thinking, wait, is my point really a good point though? Then I start kind of trying to figure out a way to kind of explain
So
what I
think
mean.
you overthink way too much too. So there's that.
Yeah. My mom tells me that too.
Uh-huh.
Few can claim to have endured the might of my
So how is your mom doing, eh?
My mom's fine. She's 69 years old. I don't think you'd be interested.
69 years old? And you say I won't be interested. How do you not be interested in somebody that's at the age of 69? I'm just saying.
Oh, ha, ha. Very funny. Pretty sure there's a big difference between 69 and age 69.
You sure?
Pretty sure there's a difference between those.
I
Pretty
mean,
sure
I
those
can
numbers
always
are
stop
different.
by the house and be a tester. I'm just saying.
Trying to get on my nerves now. It's my mom. What you say
Bro,
about me, mama?
What would you do if you like all of a sudden like you hear this like weird fucking sound at night and shit, and you see me in your kitchen the next morning like, hey Dad, what's up? Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
My mom doesn't see this YouTube video after it's uploaded.
Hello, mommy. No, I'm just kidding you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm watching videos on my second screen. Awesome.
Sons of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Finding Ultima, the High Seraph. He is ugly. Shoot, I messed up my rotation just now.
I got something for rotation.
No.
No. Who knows? This could be content gold for you. You don't know this. Unless you try.
Speaking of, well, nah, that doesn't make sense what I'm about to say. But you know when you're trying to you have an AoE marker and it's gonna hit you, and then there's another person with the same AoE marker, and you don't want to stack them on top of each other, otherwise you can both die.
I think so.
Don't you hate it when you're trying to run the opposite direction, but then they follow you there? It's like you're trying to run away from each other, but you keep picking the same direction to run in. So like you try to separate, and then they follow you. You're on like, dude, stop bringing your AOE to me. Like it happens a lot in this game. I'm like, duh. Like it's either they're doing it on purpose or they're just happen to be running in the same direction I'm choosing to run when I'm trying to separate myself. So we're thinking the same thing to separate ourselves, but like they keep picking where I'm running, and they're waiting. We're each waiting for one of us to kind of turn the opposite direction and get away. And if one of maybe then one of us do decide to turn at that exact moment, they decide to turn then too, and they're like, oh my god, I've died that way, and like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So annoying. Like, I mean, my first thought is it's not on purpose, right? They're really trying to play the mechanics right, but it's just wow.
I am your mother. I am your
My PlayStation notifications, because you'll find me a trophy that came up on my screen. I just usually turn those off.
consign you into darkness, and your light will be forever lost.
So what are you doing right now? Now are you just watching YouTube videos? Or are you making a YouTube video?
I think he uploaded 3 yesterday. I gotta check out his videos. Hold on, what's this? Make that a ear. Get a tank a station. Over 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh, 2 hours and 30 minutes? Whoa!
I'm not stopping yet.
Whoa! Chunky,
Hey.
whoa!
I think the longest I've ever gone is like,
Hey, baby.
I think, what is the
Yeah.
longest I think I've ever gone? I think the longest I've ever gone is
45
about,
seconds. Ah, got him!
that's about like the shortest I've ever gone is usually because I have my stream's not working.
Uh-huh. Yeah, your
yeah,
stream's
like-
not working. Sure.
That happened once, and like my stream kept like dropping frames all over the fucking place. Like it wasn't even functioning. I'm like, that's it. And no matter what I did, it wouldn't fix. And I was like, that's it. I'm done. I posted to Twitter, yeah, sorry guys, my internet doesn't want to cooperate. That's just back when I had Optimum. Oh my god, like dude, I couldn't even play Final Fantasy. My skills would lag, and like I wouldn't see damage happen. Like, why is my skill like just not finishing? And like, what's going on? It was like I couldn't even. I had to switch because like they didn't want to address they didn't want to do a thorough inspection of the wires and on the house because they said the wattage was too high. When Central Hudson, the electric company, came out around, they said that the wattage is exactly where it should be. They don't know what they're talking about. And they kept saying no, the wattage needs to be at least like 120 or something, right and left. And I'm like, what? Like, or like more below 100 or something, like what, like 80 or 30. I'm like, what? Like, they're talking to the amps or something. Like they refused to do an inspection, so I kept having to deal with it like 7 times. I think I told you this story, right? Like 7 times came out, 7 times they couldn't fix the really thoroughly investigate to see what all was going on. So it was dumb. So I think, you know what, that's it. I'm switching. I can't. I think I just can't.
I'm hoping to leave this area. Me and her have been talking about, like, you know, since we own this house, we could just, you know, sell it and go out and buy another one, right? So I told her, I was like, hey, like, you know, I mean, we don't have to stay here, right? Like, we have that freedom now. So, like, I told her, I said, hey, like, you know, having only one internet provider when we have shitty internet kind of sucks. I said, can we, like, you know, if we decide to move, like, let's go into a different area, because this is stupid. Like, shouldn't have to worry about our internet all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking dumb. So, looking at the possibilities of hopefully buying and selling again within probably 2 years from now. So, because I told her, I said, if anything, we could just move closer into PA, like into one of the bigger cities, and then fucking we'll be around all of the stuff that we need to be around, you know? So
I'm not saying I'm not sure if Fios is in here. I'm not saying you have to, because they are expensive. But is Fios in your area? Because they're actually, if you guys actually get some pretty good.
I wish they were, dude. Trust me, I would not be paying $170 some odd right now for fucking my internet, dude. Like, it's pretty expensive for what they offer. And it's
What's
like,
your upload and download?
It's supposed to be a gig speed.
So it's supposed to be like 800
down and 50 up. And
what is it, like 400?
500 down. And I'm getting my 50 up like all the time, which is fine. But like, I want my down too.
I think with Optimum, after a while, I was getting like, it was fluctuating back and forth between 400 up and down and 200. It was like 400 download and 200 upload. I'm like, what the hell? Like, we were supposed to get more than that. And well, actually, no, I think it was 200 actually. Now I think about it, it was shitty, and we were paying like $60 a month.
Right. Yeah, that's shitty.
That's cable and internet combined. Like right now, I pay $164 for around the same price. Now the most what we're paying most on is the internet, right? The gigabit is like 100. But the cable is like 50 or 60, right? So that's additional to that.
Right.
We pay the same amount for like now Optimum. We had more channels, but after a while, all we're really getting is the channels, and the service just got worse and worse and more unreliable. Frequent outages when it was, and then when it was working, it was like really, it kept getting slower and slower and weaker and weaker. I'm like, what is going on? Like, we've had Optimum in the past. It was worse back then than it was this time. Like, to where our whatever they gave us, the equipment they gave us, kept like, internet was knocked out every night, like all the time, like randomly, so I couldn't have a stable connection. And like this was going good for a while after we switched. When we switched to Fios, and we went a Pestle Geo where we were paying like under $100 for like a gigabit and stuff like that. But I wasn't paying the bill back then. My parents were. But then we switched back over to Optimum because someone suggested it, because our deal was about to expire, so they were going to go up anyway. So we went to Optimum. Optimum was good for a while, and then the last couple of years or so, it just kind of started getting worse, and just it started getting back. It started like getting bad, and I'm like, okay, that's it. Like, I did everything I could. The best thing to do is switch. Like, dude, there was a guy working for Optimum that even said blatantly, I think you guys probably should switch. Honestly, he flat out. At least he was honest. He said, like, you're not gonna. This issue doesn't seem to be fixing, so you might as well just switch. He just flat out said it.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like he was being honest with you. That's good.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. When I move into my own place, I'm taking my internet and cable with me. I might actually reduce. Well, hold on. I might reduce it to just internet and just have the just the internet. Save money, but I'm taking it with me because I'm like just in my name, so I have the right to it, and I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want
absolutely.
to start up a whole new plan because when you start up a plan, they charge you a fee, right? Now I'm not
Yeah.
sure if they're gonna charge me a fee again. I know they're probably gonna charge me a transfer fee to transfer it to a new place for the installation,
I mean, they will try. Yeah, they will definitely try.
but it probably won't be as. I'm hoping it won't be as expensive as like say installing like getting new, like necessarily getting new hardware and opening up a service with them, right?
Right.
Because I think that cost me a total like $100 when I started that, or like close to it. Like when to start
Yeah,
everything,
it's gonna be. Yeah.
roughly. That was like that was the hardest month to get by, but after that, I got by.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things is like where we live, they have like a monopoly out here, right? Like they can, this area can only have breeze, which is kind of garbage. So I'm going to do my best to get set up for a move in the next couple of years. Hopefully, we can sell and buy this house. Sell this house and buy another one. And Jesus, English! I can't get it out. That's good, Najee. I'm glad to hear it, bro. Good.
What do you say?
He says he's happy today.
Oh yeah, yeah. He told me that too, actually.
Making better videos. That's good. Personal growth is a huge thing.
Yeah. Hey, Brim, would you say that I blame myself a lot? It seemed like, or am I in a habit of doing that?
That you what? Wait, that you what?
That I'm negative towards myself. Like I blame myself for a lot of things.
Oh,
that-
absolutely. Yep.
You know,
do.
I used to for a while. I wasn't doing that, but before I moved away to Connecticut and had a roommate, I would do that. And while I was there. But then kind of friend he used a bit of tough love, but I kind of shocked it out of me where I stopped doing that for a lot of years. But when I moved back home, and especially when I started developing this mental illness, it's like I fell back into a habit of doing that and being more negative. But it's not just because art is the obvious, and like some of the stuff I do with my drama.
But you gotta figure out like what's gonna make you happy in the long run, and secondly, you have to understand that when you blame yourself, there's nothing positive that comes from that. Yes, there's a difference between blaming yourself and taking responsibility for your own actions. So you actually have to understand the very two different distinguishing things there. If you blame yourself just for the sake of blaming yourself, or you feel guilty because you think it's something that's outside of your control, that's not always necessarily your fault, right? Just because you can't control it doesn't always mean it's your fault, just like blaming yourself for certain things. Like I said, huge difference between blaming yourself and taking responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, I think when I started developing schizophrenia, I kind of started being real negative towards myself because I feel like there was things I did, like I was too afraid to take the medication. I was too afraid to take medication, right? And it just worsened my situation. And I feel like now, maybe what I have could have been a lot less tense if I had just treated it properly earlier on. And now I feel like I'm stuck in a situation where I just constantly, like, I'm dealing with symptoms as a constant reminder of my mistakes. That's kind of how I feel about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, then again, I look at the other side and think, wait, is it really true, though? Because the medicine they had me on at the time wasn't even for treating what I had, even though I had the symptoms. So it was just the doctor had was kind of shit. So he just prescribed medications that one of them was actually what I think when I was on it for 2 weeks, I kind of mentally deteriorated. It was Neurontin, but it affected me. I had some kind of reaction to it to where like I ended up in the hospital 2 days later, and it just spiraled.
Really?
It spiraled into something else. So actually, it might have been. But when you look up the symptoms, like none of them seem to kind of list something that serious, other than it can cause like it can. Some people take it for recreational because it can cause like a neuron high where you feel like really your mood dips up and down.
I used to take that gabapentin. Yeah.
Did it ever have like a part where it put you in the hospital where you kind of became manic for a little while?
Baby.
No, it barely worked, but it made my eyes puffy.
Yeah, but
It gave me less.
maybe I
It
wonder if
may have given me West's leg syndrome. I'm not entirely sure.
I might have had an allergic reaction to it, maybe what it was, because
It
for,
happens. It happens. It's a nerve. It's a nerve pill. It's not like really anything for anxiety. It's just to calm your nerves
yeah, but
or
like
like some weird thing,
for some
like
reason
your
that's
actual
when
nerve.
I first ended up in the hospital. Then like kind of mind started to kind of like I don't know, it's weird. I'm not sure if it started with that or it was already happening to me anyway, and I just kind of just went that way anyway. I can't tell for certain because there was I can't quite
So
remember the pattern. Yeah.
I got the part in my laptop, but I don't have the screwdriver right now. I don't know where I just put the damn thing. I put the cord in. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I'm just fucking
No, that's good. I'm glad you got it. I hope it works
trying
for
to
you, dude.
fucking power it on. I don't know how. I don't know what I'm gonna do. If it didn't work, I didn't even put it back together yet. Fuck. Where did I put the screwdriver? What the fuck?
What part for the laptop? I can help you. That's what Naji's saying.
Ew.
He's talking about?
Who said that? Me. My laptop. I might ask our friend Lone. He might know some answers.
What are you dealing with actually?
It shut off on me a month ago, and I just got a part that may fix it. I haven't tried because I haven't put the thing back together all the way yet.
Well, what do you think?
The charger port died out.
Oh, so it won't charge. Okay.
No, it won't power on.
Oh. Oh, really?
Like, it won't power on at all. It just shut off on me. It won't power on. There's no charger indication. Nothing.
Maybe it's a dead power
So
supply.
I ordered a new one off Amazon for $13. They're pretty cheap. So it's not soldered to the motherboard, thankfully. It's like a wire that's socketed into the motherboard with the charger port on the other end. So I hope it works. I don't know. I have the battery in it. It's not screwed in because I can't find the damn screwdriver. I don't know what I did with it. I just had it. I literally just had it. Gotta find that son of a bitch now. Probably use something else. Let me see what it is. Yeah, there's a screwdriver right here. A little flathead. It's like small. It might work. It's got some weed res on it. It'll be alright. Shit. Oh, that does work. Okay. It's in there like a glove, but I hope it turns on. Oh, I don't know. I just upgraded the RAM too, so like I can't even use it. I don't know. I guess I could sell the RAM and maybe the hard drives for the SSDs, but I'll keep the hard drives. Fuck that. I have nothing to use the DDR4 laptop RAM, and I could use it. But John, that does suck to hear
What?
about your medication and stuff.
Oh well, I'm not on the run anymore. It's been years since I've been off that.
Okay, cool. I've been off of it for a while. You used to give me weird puffy eyes when I'd sleep, like water retention, and some other weird shit. I don't know why. I don't remember why I stopped taking it, but I stopped taking it for a reason or another.
Here's the thing: they had me on medicine. And it seems like this would only happen when I was in the hospital. Like after my, I had to go to the hospital because like I started using like a really extra sensitive feelings. Like everything felt weird, right? I went there.
Yeah.
And what happened is like my doctor when I had that problem happen, then my doctor seemed really attentive, like, oh, look, you trying to listen to what happened to me, right? And before he's kind of like he would seem like almost like he was decrepit, like he was like barely attentive, but this he was attentive for, so it's weird. It's almost like maybe he was checked out. I don't know, like, but like he just was annoying, right? Like it seems like he didn't really
Like he didn't care. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm on this, and okay, I'm in the hospital, and I'm in the psychiatric, right? And the first night they don't give me first night I basically I know what happened after I was on the medicine for 3 days. I ended up having this thing happen. So what they do is okay, time for your medication. They gave me my regular medication, the stuff I had been taking for months, and then they gave me the Neurontin again and said you have to take this. I'm like, wait, what? He said, no, that's why I'm here, you know?
Yeah.
But they made me take it, so I'm like, fine, whatever. So within minutes, for some reason, I don't know why it affected me this way. My muscles and my legs kind of got real tight, and it felt like I had constant chart horses that wouldn't go away for the whole night.
Yeah,
And
that was giving you, it was starting you on restless leg syndrome.
yeah, like
These pills don't help nobody, man.
like, and I started like in the head. I felt like needles were in my head, right? And
Yeah.
my eyes were extra sensitive to light, so I spent the night. My roommate was kind of scary, was making me nervous. So I spent the night in the bathroom, and then I got out the morning. By that time, I was like kind of mentally destabilized a little bit. So that night, they didn't make me take the Neurontin, but they made me take like 7 different types of pills that I don't know what they were called, what they were for. And I was too like I was too mentally out of it to ask and even be able to remember what they gave me, because like 7 different types.
I believe you.
So they're just doping. The way I look at it, they're just doping me up, right? They're just whatever they kind of get me out of
like you trazodone and abuse bar or some shit.
Yeah, dude, that's why I hate those places. They really like, they always have the attitude like, why are you bothering me and talking to me right now? Even if you're asking for something, like they will help with something, right? The people that work with really act like they really are just a bad, shitty attitude, right? Every single time. Like, it's always like, for all the ones that are good and nice shit, there's always like a dozen more that are pieces of shit. And so, but the next night they put me back on the Neurontin, and I don't want to go back. And once again, within minutes, I start feeling the muscle tension in the needles, and I'm like, I can't be doing this. You know, it's torture, right? They just like, and then the next night they're like, oh, we don't have your medicine, we don't have your medication, like none of it. Like, no, we're out. Like, how? Like, we don't have it. So like, you had it the night before, and it's kind of like they should. I feel like they dropped the ball on my regular medication. It's kind of like, well, shouldn't you like have this? You know, like they're like really disorderly, and that's why I don't like going back in those places, because just like they either dope you up or they give you something that makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why this happened to me this way, but maybe it might be just stress. But like, they gave me like a stool softener, but then I couldn't use the bathroom for 5 days. Like, I was like, nothing would come out. Like, it was disgusting. Like, how I had to get it out of there. Like, it wasn't fun. That was my first stay. That was my actually, that was a stay at a different hospital that happened. But like, they what they gave me didn't help me. Really, I was doing fine before. I guess the medication they gave me, they're saying they would call. I guess they gave it to me because they figured it cause like constipation, but like it wasn't before. But then they gave me that, and then literally within hours after I used the bathroom, nothing's coming out. Stuck.
I'm fucking mad.
What?
Not working.
Oh, it's not working? Really?
Yeah.
You already plugged the thing in the charge, right?
Yeah.
Is there a light?
It's not. No, and I just tried powering it on before putting the case back together, and it's not even like doing anything.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck, dude. I hate it. I hate this so much. I just want my laptop back, dude.
Are you out of warranty for your laptop?
I don't think I even got a warranty because my grandma sort of paid for it, and then I paid her back over time for it. And she's skimpy on doing that shit, so I'm sure there's no warranty. Plus, I already took it apart, and so that voids the warranty, doesn't it? Unless they change that. But like, it's just like, it sucks. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to let it sit for a while, and I'll figure it out later.
So like, was there ever a light that showed on for the? Because that's the charge cable thing, right? For the power.
I'll turn my camera on. Are you in a game right now, or can you watch it for a second? Or
Oh yeah, hold on. Give me a minute. I'm in a cave right now.
all right, you're good, man. I'm not in a rush. It ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Well, at least I have a new power supply in the damn thing if if it ever gets fixed. Jesus Christ, I don't know what the hell happened.
Go for it.
Like, I thought it overheated, so I just left it off, and it didn't. I guess it didn't overheat. I don't fucking know. Unless the CPU's fucked up. I don't know. I didn't do anything. I was just playing. I was just sitting there, like, on Discord talking with no shit hooked up at all, like, but a mouse and maybe, like, a flash drive. And fucking, that's it. And it would just, like, I'd be sitting there, and it would just, like, choo. Like, oh, well, fuck. It'd be like, it looked like it was going to sleep, and it didn't. It just shut off. And, it could have overheated. I might have fucked. I don't know what the hell I could do to fix it. It was just overheated because I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
Would it be the? Well, what else could be broken?
Personally, I don't know, man.
Yeah, right.
Unfortunately, like I don't know. Like I don't like
Yeah,
that's the.
you're good. I'm just clear. I'm just like.
I personally, I don't deal with
I'm
laptops.
just monologuing.
because of this reason. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, I'm just saying, like, personally, I don't fuck with laptops because
I don't
of these-
have. I don't have the money to replace this fucking thing. I just tried getting a fucking. I tried to apply for a credit card through Best Buy to fucking buy a Mac just so I can make my fucking music on a Mac. And like, they declined me. I was like, what the fuck? I declined.
Yeah,
for a
because you
fucking-
you have to have a certain amount available every
Yeah,
month.
I know. Yeah, I didn't have enough income. And the lady was trying to tell me, like, lie about it. And I was like, I'm not lying about my income. I should have, but I didn't think it would matter.
Right.
But, like, damn. Just got me fucked up. But on the bright side, I got a birthday card in the mail from my stepdad's parents. I think they gave me money. I haven't opened it yet. I'm about to open this shit. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah, my stepdad was kind of a dick to me growing up. He wasn't, but they're pretty nice. His parents are nice. Well, they're kind of evangelicals, but I'm just like not trying to dick someone else. Yeah.
They're evangelicals, huh? Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit.
Evangelicals.
Yeah, a little bit. Sean, my stepdad's not too much like that. I actually think he's an atheist or a Scientologist or some shit, but I don't fucking know what he is.
I thought
but,
evangelical was like just a type of Christian or something. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it is. His parents are very much that.
Well, like, what's an example? Like, I know I should know this, but I thought I knew what evangelical was, but maybe I don't know what
Like,
evangelical is.
they think Dungeons and Dragons is evil. And they think that fucking Wicca is evil. And they think that anything that isn't Jesus Christ in spirituality
Is it inherently evil?
and faith and the Holy Father and the Holy Spirit is Satan. Isn't that? This is very religious. I was what I'm trying to say. And they're very Christian. And it's fucking like, it's off-putting sometimes. I don't like it. And like,
I guess I would say they would kind of make my family evangelical, but I don't like treat people like shit. That's
Like,
the thing. Like,
they have like.
I don't even believe.
So-
I don't believe the whole story about
So
it.
my little,
I'm
my
not
little
even.
brother is their blood grandson. He's my half brother, and he they would send him during the summertime when he was little to church camp, and it would be through their church, and we would pick him up, and they would have this whole fucking ceremony where they're marching in line and shit. And I'm like, don't take the punch, mom. We were going to pick him up from the fucking church camp with his grandparents. And I was like, they were like having a bunch of kids fucking marching like a bunch of Nazis and shit. Not like saluting like Nazis, but like this reminded me of like some fucking Aryan fucking camp shit from the 40s.
That sounds weird. I was never. I guess my family's evangelical,
Yeah.
but they've never sent me to some weird camp. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, it's like vacation Bible school, but it's more hardcore. Like you actually go out there. I don't know. I never went because I'm not a fucking Christian. I refused. When I was a kid, I was an atheist when I was a kid. Like at the age
Like
of
I
like
guess
11.
I'm evangelical Christian too, but I don't fit in a lot of those categories. So I don't really.
It's
I
all
think.
good. You know, just be human, man. Don't
But I don't buy the whole like I've played games. I had a game about like that plays similar to Dungeons and Dragons, where you roll dice to determine the character's stats. So I don't believe that whole nonsense about it being like Satanism.
No,
Like
it's not Satan. But
my mom
like,
kind of believes a little bit like
okay.
it's Satanism. I say, well, are you sure you're thinking of Dungeons and Dragons or some kind of like cult following, like how or
Dice,
like how
rolling, all the fancy part isn't probably what originally was thought of as satanic or dark magic or anything like that. It's the dice rolling because that's used in divination and like fortune telling.
okay, that makes sense, but dice rolling is used in other things too, so it doesn't make sense at the same time. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
it makes sense. It makes
dice
sense from like
rolling.
a
The only thing that's in a cult or not a cult, we're occultists, but
something,
like
something
doesn't really call
chaotic.
that. I would
Yeah.
say like voodoo. Voodoo uses dice. They roll the dice.
Voodoo, fucking
Santeria does.
divination, geomancy, um,
like
a lot of different cultures from before Christianity, like shamanism, druidism, and fucking like and witch doctors. They would like they rolled dice and they did things that was similar to rolling dice and would get answers from the universe through that. If that makes any sense, based on how they would land and how your intuition was feeling or what something. It's a connection between you and the gods essentially. Oh, not. I don't know. It's like fucking fortune telling. It's not really set in stone. What you see, it could happen. Something could happen. Something could never happen when you do it. It's just like it's just there. Take it with a grain of salt. What you see in that. I don't know.
It's definitely like what you put into it is what you can get out of it type of situation.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. When you do magic, when you perform like magic and like not like Harry Potter magic, but like just magic energy manipulation, and you put the energy out into the universe, you get back what you put out for real. That is a very true fact. And which means karma can be a bitch and karma can be your best friend. Just do what thy will. Just don't hurt anybody. That's all that
I
matters.
will.
Yep, do what thy will. Long as no harm shall cometh.
I think like I heard about the. I mean, I don't know the details of it, but isn't that from like an Aleister Crowley book? I think. Do what they want. I heard.
Yeah, yeah. It's possibly it's a witchcraft. It's a witch saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of
Just
that. Like, do what they will.
And Aleister Crowley studied witchcraft. Yes, he studied a lot of shit. I actually have some PDFs of his work.
Aleister Crowley, he studied demonology, Satanism in general, and
I have a PDF.
he never once successfully done any of the things he set out to do.
Nah.
That's why everybody kind of looks at him as a joke.
State of mind you have to enter, man.
Huh?
That's a state of mind you just have to enter. It's kind of not really something you can really see if you're not trained to look at it in the first place. Because a lot of people are not really like, or not gifted, not like that. But I mean like, not able to see because of how society has been formed for everybody's fucking mentality. and like we have like soul crushing religions that push everybody's fucking face in the fucking dirt, and we worship and we praise and we just like they believe in God, but I know my God. I don't believe in my God. I know my God. Like there's difference.
To be frank, I'm not sure to open up about this, right? Like, I've talked to my mom about this. There's something like I kind of, maybe I just feel like it's a way, or maybe I'm onto something. But like, even with my faith, like I feel like lately, some of the stuff they teach sometimes, it's kind of like, okay, you need to be baptized in the name of Jesus to be saved, which is to get the Holy Ghost. But then comes some more stuff. Oh, you need this, and you need this, and you need this. Otherwise, you need this.
Yeah, it's never good enough.
That's the part. That's the part that's bothering me.
You're never good enough. He is either, if he is even real, he does not listen to a fucking word any of us say. He just cares about keeping us in fucking shackles.
Oh, my personal experience with God outside the church, my personal experience.
Why he cast Satan to hell? Listen, why he cast Satan to hell in the stories is because Satan wanted to give us free will, and he did. And God didn't like that. He wanted to give us free will and the ability to use magic. But it's not. Christianity's pretty much man-made religion. There's nothing natural about that religion. I just can't. I just don't. I can't put my heart or faith into it. And like just the other day, I went to a fucking Baptist church with my grandmother. Not to go to church, but to help put up decorations for their vacation Bible school, which isn't as Nazification as the evangelical as that my stepdad's parents go to, but it's okay. Looking one of the ladies was asking me to come to church. I'm like, nah. And she was bringing up the rapture and shit, and I was like, it's complicated. Nah. I was like, I didn't want to say anything.
That's something I would start off with when trying to get someone to come to church. They talk about the rapture. Oh, you won't go to heaven, otherwise you don't really start off with that argument.
The rapture? I'm gonna be the one starting the rapture. You sure you want me in your building? Watch what happens. That was to happen. Oh man.
Yeah,
they'd be like, okay, he's got the devil in him, he needs to leave.
I really wanted to say I was a witch and that I don't believe in hokey religions. But my grandmother was in the room and I can't say anything about it while I'm at church with her because she would get kicked out. Or she thinks she'll get kicked out or like...
What kind of religion is this, huh? We're gonna be like, oh yeah, we believe in God, we believe in accepting.
But when you find somebody different, you're fucking two-faced.
Yeah.
My church I go to different philosophies. They're like, what good does it do to kick someone out of the church?
Yeah, they'll say that, but when it comes to like somebody like fucking having a child out of wedlock, like my mom did at their other church that we used to go to, and they fucking like, I think they excommunicated us because I was a little bit of autistic little bastard and I didn't give a shit. Yeah, excommunicado, and like. I don't know, they shunned us because I talked and I didn't give a shit about, like, I gave a shit, but I asked questions and they didn't like that because I was like a knowledgeable fucking person and I was very scientific.
You asked questions about their religion and they didn't like it? This is my surprise face!
And you know what?
That sounds like a similar experience.
I'd be asking these questions with serious intention, but like, they would like, laugh at me. The whole fucking church would just giggle. I'm like, can I not ask a fucking question? Like, I gotta get fucking laughed at? Fuck Christian. That's when I became an atheist when I was like 9, dude. I was like, yeah, there's no God. I'm just not believing this shit. It doesn't make a lick of fucking sense to me. And it just sounds like fucking ass backwards, polar opposite fucking weird shit that doesn't fucking make a lick of fucking sense. Unless aliens were involved, and then that's where History Channel comes in. And then I found a path when I was maybe 16, 15. And that was like a slow starter. It was a slow burner. It's sort of been taking shape lately, though. My road. Um, yeah. I'm hungry. What am I gonna eat? I'm fucking starving. My laptop ain't working. I'm just gonna eat some fucking. Yeah. Fuck. I'm so mad. It's not like I can't use Ableton on my desktop. I just like to have the portable shit, and I just fuck my life.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it's alright.
It's alright.
It might work again. I don't know. I just gotta figure out what the hell to do with it. I don't know. It might not even be what's wrong with it. I don't know what's wrong with it. So I'm gonna look it up. Look up some just random shit about laptops, why they won't turn on.
Okay, buddy.
Uh,
I said okay.
What'd you say? Sorry, I'm back.
All I said was okay. Nothing big. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Okay. How?
Double strike, onslaught scepter.
Slowly figuring out more and more how to use that fucking Multimedia Fusion 2 program that I bought from Humble Bundle like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Missed some details over the years. I found out some shit. I was like, oh, that's a good. Global like values for objects and shit in the game engine because I didn't know how to do it. Is phone just vibrate, or was that just me? It was like it didn't do anything.
Do you like to meet Angry Vegan or any other? Angry VGN. What's Angry VGN?
Angry Video Game Nerd.
I don't know. I've met quite a few famous YouTubers over my years.
Nobody's famous like James Rolfe though, man. He's
So
a
like,
top,
it doesn't really
he's a-
matter to me, I guess. I mean, it just doesn't. I don't care. I guess that's my main.
Right, right. But James motherfucking Rolfe. Oh no. Okay, you gotta meet him.
I never really thought about it, I guess, you know? Like, I've met a lot of these YouTubers before they were bigger YouTubers, so, I mean, does that count? Like...
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember when some of these assholes, before they were the hits that they became. Pat the Nest Punk, never heard of it. I like to meet Black
I've heard of
Nerd,
him.
never heard of him. Yeah.
I
Oh,
think.
you have?
Pat, yeah, NES Punk, yeah. He's Punk. Not really. He's cool. He does some pretty good videos, just like documentaries or NES games.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides you. Um,
Brim, I'll see you later, okay?
Where you going?
I'm just gonna go. I'll see you later.
All right, later.
okay, but
Okay, guys, this has been Don Gamer 2 Love Twitch. Sorry I got quiet there. Just wasn't really talking. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys Monday. Might upload some of my old save file from .hgu or something on Sunday on my YouTube, but not a stream. Sunday I take off. Those are my off days, but I'll continue Monday with some more stuff. I'll think about what I want to play, and then after I've got my feel of the games that I'm just playing casually on, I'll jump into Fallout 4. That'll be my next main Let's Play. That'll be uploaded to my YouTube channel, so this video is going up on YouTube as well. Thank you for watching. Have a very good night. Peace out. Stay safe, everybody. And keep on going. Keep gaming real. You know it. See ya. Peace out. Bye.